English to Japanese. I have a couple languages going on my channel, but so NHK News Web Easy is the website. If someone doesn't know, that has all the. Let me just disable the preview on OBS to save some resources. Otherwise, it's struggling. Every time I start the live stream, I just need to give it like a couple minutes to stabilize a little bit. I don't know why. Oh yeah, and I can close some of the browser tabs as well. That's good. Good. All right. Okay, I'll close everything. And that should be the most stable stream. Okay, now looks like average time to render a frame is 10 milliseconds. That's roughly where I want it to be. Good. So, all right, News Web Easy. It's written in Japanese, no translation anywhere. Oh, I'm curious about this. Let's do this. At the top we have 5 news articles. This one is about the squares like this. I think it's for blind people to navigate around, right? Let's get started. 目に障害がある人の安全のため、踏切にブロックが必要。Let's focus on this bit. I'll enable the preview. I think now should be okay. Okay, good. 目に障害がある人。People who have a damage to the eyes, right? Me is eyes, shogai is like a damage, and then aruhito, so people. I guess it's, you could say it's visually impaired, I would say. And anzen no tame, for their safety, for the safety of people who have problems with vision, there are this fumikiri ni buroku ga hitsuyo. It's a quote and they say fumikiri. I think fumi is to step and kiru is to cut. So I think these blocks like this that have different patterns on them, like the lines that you can just follow a line, and I think when there's this, it means something like this, sort of intersection of sorts, I think. But actually, I don't know fumikiri that well, so we can just railway crossing, train crossing, level crossing, start, last, grind determination. Okay. Fumikiri. All right. Actually, let's chuck it in the Jisho to get even more detail. Jisho.org, paste, increase. Actually same, level crossing. Okay, so around level crossings they really need these blocks, right? Let's leave it like this. First paragraph. Kotoshi no Shigatsu. That's how I know that the April is month number 4, and you can read it shi or yon, but if it's a month, it's always Shigatsu. So this year, April, Nara Ken in Nara Prefecture, Densha no fumikiri de, so level, I guess, level crossing. This level crossing is like, just so we're on the same page, what it is exactly. Level crossing. It's this. So it's on the same level, so it's not like a bridge over it, right? So level crossing, it's gonna be a train with rails, and there will be a road crossing the rails, and this is called level crossing. I'm not sure if there's like, yeah. I don't know what other things are called. If you have like a little bridge, what is that called? I don't know, something else, I think. And apparently there can be some other types of level crossing, but this one is densha, so it's train, so there will be a train rails. Anyhow, 目に障害がある女性が so women, visually impaired women, 電車とぶつかるって亡くなりました。Some of these blind or visually impaired women were killed by train, basically. ぶつかって this one ぶつかって it's like hit. And then 亡くなりました literally means disappear, but that usually means that they were, they are dead, unfortunately. 警察は police. And I can see that this site has this pattern 警察は and then the all the way at the end is the verb thinks 考えています Police thinks the following in the middle of the sentence 踏切のどこにいるかわからなくなってしまった。wait. 女性が踏切のどこにいるかわからなくなって。I think what this police is thinking that these women couldn't find, the special blocks. And that's why it happened. 同じような事故をなくすため国土交通省は目に障害がある人が安全に歩くためのブロックを踏切の外と中につけることが必要だと考えています。That's a lot of text, but wait. Let's fix this. Oh boy. It's a good thing I have a preview enabled, otherwise I would have just failed the whole show. Let me see if I can increase the font size a little bit more. Let's try this. 同じような事故 so similar accidents なくすため in order for them to disappear, the accidents like this, there is this ministry. It's something like National Traffic Ministry, I would say. Okay, I'll just get my browser extension. Rikai-kun. Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism. Kokudo Kotsu Sho. So everything that ends in this sho, it's some kind of a government department, pretty much. And then this kanji, there's 4 kanji in the front. Koku, it means, it usually means like country or national. And then it's like 3, this is, tsuchi is like ground, earth or something, or like land in this case, soil. Kotsu, they say transport. I guess so, and transport. Okay. Alright. So this ministry is, what does it do? I think same pattern. When I just start, I remember years ago when I was using this website, and this always got me. I couldn't figure out how to translate it, but so this ministry, in order for this blah 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 to prevent the similar accidents, is thinking. All the way at the end it's saying it's thinking, and it's thinking this. Alright, It's thinking whatever is in the middle. It's might be easy to miss that. But I just know it's kind of specific to this website, I feel like. So what does it think in many shogai ga aru hito, so they are visually impaired people, anzen ni aruku tame no, in order for them to safely walk. And this blocks, basically, I don't know if there's a better translation for it, but there are these blocks. Fumikiri no soto ni nani ka o tsukeru koto ga hitsu. Basically, they are saying it's important for these blocks to be outside and inside. Tsukeru. Well, I don't know the kanji, but it looks like it's gonna be, yeah. So tsukeru, it means attach usually, or add. So they say this, just again, this is what visually impaired people use to navigate around, and they need these blocks outside and inside the buildings. They're like important. That's what this ministry thinks. Cool. Fumikiri no soto wa fumikiri ga aru koto o shiraseru broku ya anzen ni fumikiri ni hairu tame no broku ga hitsuyo da to kangaete imasu. So somebody thinks that basically these blocks must be outside. And these blocks, basically, they shiraseru broku. So fumikiri ga aru koto o shiraseru broku. So these blocks, they shiraseru, they let you know that there is this level crossing, the train basically crossing. I don't really like level crossing. I don't never use it, level crossing. I think it's like you cross rail. So basically, these blocks let you know that there are train rails somewhere. Anzen ni fumikiri ni hairu broku. Anzen ni fumikiri ni hairu tame no broku. They say it's important for the safety, something like, basically for those blocks to be there. Anyhow. Next sentence. Fumikiri no naka wa soto to machigae nai you ni chigau katachi no broku ni shita hoga ii to kangaete imasu. So when you're inside that like level crossing and outside, it's best so you do not get confused where are you, like are you on the train rails or not. They want to have the blocks of different shapes. This katachi no broku shitaho. It's shitaho ga ii to kangaete. So someone is thinking it would be best to have those like that. Douyu katachi ga ii ka senmonka ga kangaeru yotei desu. Douyu katachi ga ii. What kind of shape is best? The experts or like the specialists are still thinking about it, I guess. And the last paragraph is koku do kotsusho. Let's do it again. Koku do kotsusho. Koku do kotsusho. Koku do kotsusho wa hayai bai wa kongetsu rule o tsukutte Kenyashi nado ni tsudaeru yotei desu. So this ministry, hayai bai wa kongetsu. Hayai bai, in case it happens fast. So this month, new rule, it's gonna create rules in this prefecture and towns. Nado ni tsudaeru yotei desu. Tsudaeru yotei desu. So tsudaeru is to report, and I don't know, or like announce. So they're gonna like basically tell it to the public or something.
で伝える
Report, transmit, communicate yeah, they have that plan. Alright, that's good. It wasn't like particularly that exciting, to be honest, to know all about this, but let's see what's next. Do we want to do this weird creature? Let's do that. That's Kujira. Kujira, is it like a whale? I think it's a whale. It's not a dolphin, no? Whale, yeah. That's a whale. Actually, should I? Nah, that's fine. Alright, everything works. Good. Kujira no ha o migaite minna mo mushiba ni naranai you ni kiotsukete. Alright, so we have two parts, this and this. So whale teeth brush. Well, it's like polishing, but basically, yeah, brushing whale's teeth. That's one thing, and then this other thing in quotes for some reason. Maybe someone said it or something. Sorry. Minna mo mushiba ni naranai you ni kiotsukete. It's something like everyone. Well, this is like mushiba is holes in the teeth or something, right? Tooth decay, dental caries. Yeah. I don't know what's the best way to translate it, but it's like, I don't know. I guess they're gonna like brush whale's teeth, and they say, "Oh, we're gonna," and the kids will see it and think, "Oh, it's fun. Brushing is good for whale," and it's like, and they say, "Okay, for everyone, this will kind of, I don't know, help them to like avoid dental problems or something." I don't know. Let's see. We have the name of the place is Wakayama-ken Taijicho. So Wakayama Prefecture and the town of Taijichi. And in the town, there's a Kujira no Hakubutsukan. Wow. There's a whale aquarium, I guess. I don't know. Hakubutsukan. We'll have to get the
博物館
museum. Okay.
など
What's this first
もの
kanji?
広し
Okay.
など
Alright, museum. Whale museum. It is. 子供などが虫歯にならないように気をつけてほしいと考えて、クジラの歯を磨くイベントを毎年行っています。So basically, in this whale museum, every year there is an event where they brush teeth. And they do this event in order for kids not to, I don't know, to have dental decay. Next paragraph. イベントには近くの子供園に通っている子供16人が来ました。So for this event, 近くの子供園。近くの子供園. So it's close children park. I guess there's some kind of park that's close by. 通っている子供. 通ってる, it's a weird word which means that they came, but it's like a little bit unusual.
にと通って
Go to from a place, to go back and forth. To commute, to circulate. Yeah. basically, I guess there's a museum, and next to the museum there's a park, and that's why they use this word that children went from the museum to this park. 通っている子供たち. And there were 16 of them. Alright. 子供たちはクジラの歯の磨き方を見ながら、クジラの種類が違うと歯の数や大きさが違うことなどを習いました。What can we make of that? 子供たち children children watched whales' teeth being brushed, and not only brushed but migaki kata, the way they were brushed. And they not only watched but during they watched it, observed it, and then during that time, minagara, it has that like you watch and it's like during that time something else is going on. クジラの種類が違うと歯の数や大きさが違うことなどを習いました。So these children watched and they during that time they learned something about that teeth. They learned the teeth of the whale, kind of different types, and they have different size and stuff. I don't know. そして博物館の人と一緒にクジラの歯をブラシで一本一本丁寧に磨きました。And on top of that, museums people, workers, together with those workers, whale's teeth using brush 一本一本丁寧に磨き. One at a time, I think, they gently brushed using brush. 5歳の女の子はと話しました。So the 5-year-old girl said the following. Again, the same pattern where this person did that thing at the end, and this is what it was in the middle of the sentence, right? クジラはかわいい。クジラはかわいかったです。かわいかったです。So the whales were cute, I think. 私も頑張って歯を磨きます。I will also try to brush the teeth, said little girl. Actually, I think let me move this out of the way. Can I move it? Yeah, probably. No, maybe not. To the other screen. Good. Oh, I clicked something. Alright, I wanted to do this anyway. It's about heat stroke. 熱中症. That's heat. Basically, it's a heat stroke. Anyhow. 熱中症に気をつけて. And then there's a space. 暑さに慣れるまで2週間ぐらいかかります。かかる. Actually, it's not the first time I've seen this space. I was doing a bit of a research recently about the space in the title, and they say sometimes it can be an equal sign. And what that means in a weird way is that it's like it could be a comma, because I think they don't like, in this website I haven't seen any commas in there, so sometimes it's just a replacement for a comma. And in some of the titles, I was looking at yahoo.com yahoo.co.jp I think this one, anyhow. And I think it kind of makes some text stand out a bit more. So if they want something to like stand out a bit in the heading, that's what they do. So yeah, it's interesting. But in this case, I think it's, I don't know why there's space in here. Let's see. So basically, 気をつけて it really means take care not to get the heat stroke, I guess it implies. And then this is like attention grabbing bit, and now the next thing after space, I think, goes into more detail. What's it all about? 暑さに慣れるまで2週間ぐらいかかる。暑さに They say it takes about 2 weeks to get used to the heat, meaning if it was a spring and now all of a sudden it became hot summer, there was the change of temperature, and they say it takes about 2 weeks to get accustomed to the new environment. First paragraph. 2日午後、大阪市の学校から体育大会の途中で生徒などが熱中症になったと消防に連絡がありました。Wow, that's a cool sentence, this one. Can you see it? Yeah. Alright, so 2日 would be this month, second day, which is 2nd of June in Osaka City. There is a school, and then there is this quote in quotes, and then there is 学校から体育大会 I think it means, yeah, so this is like there was some kind of a competition in physical exercise of sorts, and tochu in the middle of it, seito nado, students and others, 熱中症になった they got a heat stroke. And と消防 I think it's like fire department, right? And fire department was being contacted. That's it. So I don't really know who said this, to be honest. Next sentence. 生徒20人と見に来ていた人の1人が病院に運ばれました。Students 29 people 見に来ていた人とOkay, there were 29 students, of the school, or pupils, if you will. Mini kiteita. So there were also people who came to watch. So they kiteita. Why this mini is like they came in order to watch the games or something, or competition. No hitori ga. And I think just one of those people was taken to the hospital. So 病院運ばれました was transported to the hospital. Alright. 生徒の一人は 重症でした。One of the students became very sick, basically. 2日の大阪市 and so that on the 2nd of June 気温が29.2 and then this Celsius までに上がれました。So on that day in Osaka, temperature was, reached 29.2 Celsius. 専門家, so according to the specialist or expert in this said all the way at the end of paragraph, which is pretty wild. It's good thing I picked it up. So this expert said the following. All of this is this expert is gonna say. It's a quote, citation. 今の季節は体が暑さにまだ慣れてないため So current season, speaking about current season, body, I don't know, atsusa is like, body heat, I guess. Basically your body haven't got used to the heat, and because of that, 汗が出てにくくて because you don't sweat as much, which is interesting. Ase is sweat, de nikui, and then nikukute. So anyhow, it doesn't exit your body as much. Basically, that's what literally is saying. And it's basically 熱中症になりやすいです。So it's easy to get a heat stroke. 体が暑さになれるまでは So body before basically they saying it's gonna take around 2 weeks to get used to the heat for the body needs that 2 weeks of time. 少し暑い日に30分ぐらい散歩したり So on the day that's a little hot, 30-minute walk お風呂に入ったりして少し汗ことが大切 Basically they're saying, okay, if you went out for a 30-minute walk on a somewhat hot day and then you took a bath and then 少しずつ汗出てる and then you must sweat gradually 少しずつ is like you do it a little and then you like continue doing it 少しずつ汗 you're gonna be sweating and it's important strangely enough. Oh, there's even a picture. We'll have a look at that in a second. Cool. 総務省消防庁 総務省消防庁 So it's okay. It's a name of the ministry or something.
総務省
Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications
消防庁
and specifically Fire and Disaster Management Agency, firefighting.
ぐらい
Again, what was this?
総務省
Internal Affairs and Communications.
以下
Wait. And according to the basically fire department, 5月29 I don't know, is it 29 or 29? 29? Not so sure. 5月 so 5月 is May and 29th of May. Until that time, 約1ヶ月に it's gonna take around 1 month. what? We'll see what this is going. 日本中で2572人が熱中症で運ばれました。Okay. It's a weird way to say it, but on that day, on the 29th of May, up until that day, around 1 month of data to that day. And in Japan, basically, 2,572 people were brought in hospitals with a heat stroke. Nailed it. 消防庁, so this fire department, again, it's saying this. Alright. Quote, 具合が悪いと思ったら迷わないで119番に電話をしてください。
迷わない。
Of course, I forgot to enable the microphone. So what I was saying, I don't know if I have that recorded. That Mayowanai basically means don't hesitate in that context, but usually it means if you like lost or confused. Like it's a bit annoying. It's good thing I noticed that I've muted the microphone because it's ridiculous, to be honest. If I spend another 20 minutes translating it and the mic wasn't on, good thing I noticed that. All right, last article. So let's go. 外国人が日本に旅行に来る浅草にある店などが準備. Again, there's a space. So I'm thinking this is supposed to be attention grabbing main headline, and that's like not so important. So the foreigners will again travel to Japan for tourism, basically. Ryoko is like, yeah, they're coming, all right. That's the headline, and then the specifics of it is like in Asakusa is like that port. It's like a popular area in Tokyo, which I actually don't think there's much to do there. So I don't know why everyone comes there. I don't know. Asakusa ni aru mise. So in that Asakusa there are shops, etc., and they are preparing for the foreigners to return. 6月1日から日本に入ることができる人が1日2万人に増えました。So starting 1st of June into Japan, basically entering Japan ができる the people who can enter Japan. There was like this number of people who are allowed to who are allowed into the country per day. There was like a cap. So that cap has increased. 増えました。To be now the question is is it 2万人 that's 20,000 people? Did it increase to 20,000 people, or it was like previous number plus 20 people? But I guess I'm thinking let's think that it became 20,000 people per day now. Next sentence. 10日からは外国人が添乗員と一緒の旅行に来ることができるようになります。10日 so in a period of actually 10日 this literally means 10 days 10日から but I think in this is it a period of 10 days or is it like on the 10th day of June? So I think it means on the 10th, starting 10th of June. That's right. Foreigners, then join. I don't really know what this is. So I'll have to get my browser extension.
添乗員
Tour guide. Then join. Never heard it before, so that's good. 添乗員と一緒の旅行に来ることができるようになる。So they let the tourists in, but they have to be with like tour guide all the time? Something like that. It's a bit annoying. Is this a tour guide? Who is this guy? I guess so. Next paragraph. 東京の浅草にあるお土産の店は外国人に人気がある富士山や桜などの絵のマグネットを今までの5倍以上用意しました。So in Tokyo there's this Asakusa, like I said, popular tourist place. And in that place there are souvenir shops. And those souvenir shops, let's see, I'm just trying to see. Okay, I'll just go. I was worried that it's gonna be again the pattern where this and then the verb is at the end, which might be the case, but I think we can just go straight ahead. 外国人に人気ある. So among foreigners there are popular 富士山や桜などの絵の magnet. They are basically magnets that have Mount Fuji or Sakura blossoms pictures on them. And 今までの5倍以上用意しました。5倍以上. So I think because they are planning for foreigners to come back, so they increase the number of magnets more than 5 times. Something like that. Because they want to sell all those magnets to all those touristy foreigners. 去年から売るのをやめていたのお面も店に出します。I'm not really sure what this is about. 去年 is last year. Since last year. 売るのやめていたの お面も店に。Um, not sure. It's something like, I'll go word by word. Last year, since last year, sell, stop selling, no. Is it like possibility? 我が肉古くから伝える演技だ。Maybe there's something else. Omen? It's like, I'm not too sure. Actually, let's keep on this sentence. I think maybe they put out these things outside the shops because they stopped selling something. I'm not sure. So I cannot figure out from the context what's going on. Ibaraki Ken. So in Ibaraki Prefecture, Hitachinaka-shi. So there's Hitachinaka City. And in that city, there's Niaru Jinja. So there's a temple or shrine. And 新型コロナウイルスがうつらないようにマスクをすることや他の人と近くならないようにすることなどを看板に書きました。Basically, in the prefecture, they put out a sign that in order for the virus not to be spread around, you have to wear a mask and not get close to other people. All right? 日本語と英語の他にわかりやすい絵も描いてみんなに気をつけてもらいたいと考えています。Basically, they put those signs in Japanese and English or in easily understood images. 神社の人はThey said the following. 外国人にも安心して日本の文化を楽しんでもらいたいですと話していました。So, temple persons or whatever, whoever is working in the temple said the following. So, the foreigners, also for the foreigners' safety, it's good to I think I get it. So he says, basically he wants foreigners to safely enjoy Japanese culture. That's it. Sweet. And that's all I had planned for this stream. So let's just end it there. And then I'll probably be streaming other things and possibly other languages and stuff. I'm trying to mix things up later today, but cool. Hopefully it was fun, entertaining, useful, and all that. Alright, see ya.